If you follow us on socials, you can't fail to have missed that we have a very exciting and very cute new arrival here at the zoo, our baby orangutan. So we thought this was a perfect opportunity to catch up with our keeper George and find out a bit more about our family here at Paignton Zoo. Okay, thanks for joining us today, George. So let's start with a simple one then. Who's in our group of orangs here at Paignton?
Okay, so we have our male who's called Wousan, and he's 14 years old. We have Chinta, our adult female, who's 32. We have her daughter Natalia, who's going to be 9 at the end of the year. And we have a brand new baby boy who's about a month old.
Oh, brilliant. So how's the family dynamic then working at the moment? Who's where and who's mixing and things?
So at the moment we don't have Wousan in with mum and baby. That will hopefully come soon. But just as a precaution, we've separated them at the birth as well, and they haven't mixed back in yet.
Okay, so is that how it would be in the wild? Would Wousan have any involvement if he was living out in the wild over in Borneo?
So there'll be obviously a lot more space to move around. It will be up to the female to move away from the male if she thought it was safer to do that. Obviously, being his son, that makes it safer.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just something. Some collections do keep the male in, some don't. It's yeah.
And this will be Wousan's first baby, won't it?
It will be his first baby here. Yeah.
Have you seen? Has he had any response to the baby? Has he shown any interest when he's been admiring it, or doesn't care less?
Very good question. So at the beginning, he was very much. I think he was a little bit shocked. There was a moment where he was in the den opposite, just literally just staring into Chinta and the baby. Since then, he's kind of just been doing his own thing and yeah, not paying a lot of attention.
Oh, okay. What about Natty then, Natalia? Because that's Chinta's daughter, isn't it? But it's not Wousan's daughter, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So Natalia is, like I said, 9 at the end of the year. When the baby was first born, Natalia wasn't actually that interested. She's always had access. We're lucky that she's smaller, so she can fit through smaller gaps in the doors, and obviously then Wousan can't. And yeah, she would just obviously glance their way and then just kind of steal the food, whatever she wanted, and then just carry on. It's kind of been since Chinta's gone into the show den. Natalia's taken a lot more interest in the baby and definitely taken on her big sister duties. And yeah, it's just really nice to see her learning those skills from her mum as well, and hopefully to have her own baby in the future.
Fantastic. So it seems like quite a big gap. So obviously she's nearly 9, and Chinta's only just had another offspring. Is that a normal gap that you'd get out in the wild with orangutans?
Yeah, I mean, kind of maybe 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of parental care. Obviously, they're very closely related to us, so they do put a lot of parental care into their young. So yeah, 7 or 8 years is about normal.
Excellent. So Natty's basically taking the time and learning from her mum exactly what to do and how to care for the youngster.
Yeah, right? Exactly, and that's nice to see after obviously initially being like, oh, she's not actually that interested. Yeah. And obviously her being the baby for many, many years, we were a bit like, how is she going to react, you know? So yeah, all positive, really good.
Fantastic. So can you tell us a little bit about why this birth is so important and so exciting?
So orangutans are critically endangered in the wild. So any orangutan birthing captivity is very exciting. So yeah, in the wild their main threats are deforestation. Palm oil plantations are a huge factor in why orangutans are still declining. So any baby orangutan is super exciting, and like I said earlier, the parental care, 8 years, it's a long time between babies as well, so yeah, to have any birth is super exciting.
Fantastic. So can people actually see our little baby boy on show at the moment?
Yes, he is on show with mum. It is a little bit hit and miss at the minute because they are kind of time sharing the show den.
Yeah.
So at the moment Wousan's getting the show den overnight, and it does depend on how quickly he wants to come in from the show den the next day. And at the moment he's not that keen until kind of mid-morning really. So it is a little bit hit and miss. But yeah, hopefully people will be lucky enough that they do get a glimpse of mum and baby.
Any top tips for people that are coming and scouting for a baby over the next few weeks?
Oh my goodness. I don't want to make any promises. Just count yourself lucky if you do get a really big one.
Fantastic. Okay, well, with Christmas round the corner, it's only right to ask, what are our youngsters going to be getting in the orangutan house this Christmas? What's Santa going to be delivering?
Oh, Santa will definitely be delivering them presents for sure. I mean, yeah, they'll get presents. They'll get obviously food-orientated presents as well. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun in there. Probably a lot of mess for us to clear up. There may even be a sleigh involved. Yeah, Natalia will probably be going around with sheets and blankets and things like that on. She's always fun to watch.